Now, my Andrea and the CEO Parliament team, Efa Ursula Owusu, any internet in Sensemi, you're too deep, but I'll break a few things down to you. Now, my director Margine, Yababa, a whole segment on Sika Ursula area, every Ghana for through 80, my friend on AirtelTigo, and now 80, AirtelTigo, I changed the I 80. Now, I think we should just go straight and take care of it. Now, and the Ursula Owusu by Parliament, inti momenti Ursula ye wia na machiremo atrobia ana introbia Ursula channel Parliament ende.
They also indicated in the directive that all redundant cable connections should be capable of being lighted within 24 hours in the event of outage on their primary links.
The regulator has slept on his job, and today we are found in this position, and then we want to raise our hands up in the air and say, oh, other countries that were affected have recovered and are recovering faster than Ghana because their regulators are proactive. Our regulator today is competing with the Ghana Chamber of Telecom. The Ghana Chamber of Telecom serves the interest of the telecom companies and is their advocate. The Ghanaian regulator is supposed to be the advocate for the rights. The NTA, the National Communications Authority, is supposed to be the advocate for the rights of Ghanaian citizens and customers.
AirtelTigo GLO. Later Ghana tour AirtelTigo GLO no. Ebe Ghana dia na change dini and 80 no. Ursula kano on countless occasions say, "Sa AirtelTigo na GLO na ye toy na be than 80 no. A government of Ghana 100% owned. That means no private entity has a share in what we call 80. Unless I'm not making sense. Then it means say because so many times the Ursula TV so I can say nobody has shares in 80. A purely 100% Ghanaian. This is the building they are in. They are above a boutique. The Dolphin company now 80 is working with. Yato cable, a cable connecting 80 to Dolphins to Air GLO all the way to Telehouse through Hurricane no. The Dolphins company, this is where their office is. It is above a boutique. You from CCOM, CCOM website, they clearly stated there, say, AT is an AS, it's an autonomous system. So they are big. Right now, we've come to the conclusion, from Hurricane, who are also part of the chain when they are doing their transferring data back and forth. It's a reverse system now. What happens is say AT is working with Dolphins. Dolphins is working with GLO. GLO is working with Hurricane. Now we have come to the realization say Dolphin the person behind it, it's a little sketchy. You leave it there. We want to ask a simple question. If AT is an autonomous system, the question here is who is funding AT? Second question, is GLO still part of AT as a partner? And the third question is, how did AT come up with the money to build that pipe between AT and Dolphins? That goes to GLO and to Telehouse UK.
Whenever I say my PENDREAM TV there, I see them yopo.
You were till for a high PENDREAM TV in Pacho. When you say the news not off for my near the brow. News say our babeti in Pacho. So what when one drink Trebia and as what drink Trefa. News via I present your platform where you saw for your voice note not for sending it. I was 0277 128 777. The debate 2 PENDREAM FM so my Ghana phone in Ati Onka. Young call Nenko T and a story I the brow.
Now, my Andrea and the CEO Parliament team, Efa Ursula Owusu, any internet in Sensemi, you're too deep, but I'll break a few things down to you. Now, my director Margine, Yababa, a whole segment on Sika Ursula area, every Ghana for through 80, my friend on AirtelTigo, and now 80, AirtelTigo, I changed the I 80. Now, I think we should just go straight and take care of it. Now, and the Ursula Owusu by Parliament, and a Parliament Busan said, on my statement, a year internet doom so a yenya na Ghana. Yes, say submarine be akutwa cable bim in Sium. Emma ende as we speak, Ghana internet enye stable. Now mo use phones near the ade no. Mo se mutumi send text kakra ne nyoma kakra. Mo could be a year Google near that to me be sa Modie monya mutrafe because you use a little bit of bandwidth near the. But when it comes to the major companies, we use bigger bandwidth, bigger, we have bigger data. They are struggling. A month for you may go. And as like I say, after a month, and you bet me sa internet na ni 72 hours ago no, and 5 days ago no, after unless after 5 weeks. But you know, Sibia 80, and your friend AirtelTigo Sibia, and the Omonia power. Then now MTN was shut down. Telecel was shut down. That was the day and 80 our peak. And the Asla be my answers at the Kudientia Sadia ni see. Inti momenti Asla. Ye wia na machiremo atrobia ana introbia Asla channel parliament ende.
They also indicated in the directive that all redundant cable connections should be capable of being lighted within 24 hours in the event of outage on their primary links. All the network operators complied, and MTN is connected to the ACE cable, WAX, and Main 1. Telecel is connected now to SAT3, WAX, and the ACE cable. AT is connected to Main 1 and ACE. However, in their case, they are connected to the WAX cable through the West African Ocean Company, WAYOC, in Nigeria. So in addition to the 2 cables that they have in country, they are connected to a third one, which is providing services through Nigeria. And so not only did AT Ocean Company, WAYOC, however, in their case, they are connected now to SAT3, WAX, and the ACE cable. AT is connected to Main 1 and ACE. However, in their case, they are connected to the WAX cable through the West African Ocean Company, WAYOC, in Nigeria. So in addition to the 2 cables that they have in country, they are connected to a third one, which is providing services through Nigeria. And so not only did AT comply, they went further to establish and maintain a physical connection to an external submarine cable provider that did not land in Ghana. They acquired this additional service from WAYOC through the WAX cable, as I have indicated. And this provides connectivity from Nigeria also through the Equiano cable. As a result of this, at the height of the outage, AT had a better service while the other MNOs had degraded services. Also, at the time of the outage, MTN had provisioned a separate 70 gigabits per second capacity over the WAX cable to Nigeria. And this facility was used to maintain a minimum local cash exchange with the internet community as well in Nigeria, and was repurposed for partial MTN internet data services when all 4 subsea cable providers in Ghana had complete outage on Thursday. Preliminary findings and further investigations of this fault have revealed that the fault occurred due to external incidents that resulted in cuts on the submarine cable systems in the Atlantic Ocean, offshore Cote d'Ivoire and Senegal along the coast of West Africa and Portugal. The subsea cable landing service providers have remotely identified the approximate locations of the damage, and they've made preparations to dispatch repair vessels to the locations for physical assessment and restoration.
Inti Asla Owusu no say, and their friend Parliament, Omba Chichim, Adikudientia, a year internet problems na aba Ghana na aba, any wire, some of the a year telecommunication companies no it is 80 and I say formerly called AirtelTigo and AirtelTigo GLO enya better internet than omo maka MTN Telecel ne omo maka and also ene de osamuti ase a year 84 no omo no de arekodienti omo internet ni gina so no say 80 year you say and the Ghana turn $1 omo sika sem nyina ase no oh omo de omo fa omo internet ni free Nigeria. Baby a MTN mo fa no any baby a Telecel mo fa na cable no yakotwem submarine bi yakotwem no eye Airtel for anase 84 no AirtelTigo GLO for no omo de omo mfa no ho sa cable no omo mfem omo de omo ne Nigeria company bi wo deal bi a omo fa omo de omo fa omo internet no e fa Nigeria ko fa baby enti at the end of the day no Ursula be catch parliament to say 80 nanseamu yeton ye yesi omunika preda ho yeton no $1 every say omudwumadie no asei na sa 8 no esi abe Ghana for dia yeton no $1 no sesi an ya beti ase say 8 no ana 80 Airtel no AirtelTigo ya friend 80 sesi ano omudie bebia MTN cable MTN fem and as a fiber optic cable na that tube na MTN Telecel omu nyina fem ekopie de Ccom edge internet baga na so omu dadada nyina 80 de omu mfa hobi na 80 na omu ni kapre no omu de omu tumi ne Nigerian company bi an negotiate e na omu wura Nigeria na omu ko fa edeko fa internet ne ba enintina 80 AirtelTigo former 80 former AirtelTigo no and the omu internet ni gina so. Okay. Okasa we no Sam George so ekasa our parliament in reaction to Asama Ursula Khan.
Mr. Speaker, I hold the view that we are where we are simply because the regulator that works under the minister failed to do their job. The responsibility rests with the regulator. This is not about another country and force majeure. A regulator doing its job would have put in place the mechanisms and the redundancies that would have allowed us to be prepared for this instance. Mr. Speaker, the cut happened off the coast of Cote d'Ivoire. Cote d'Ivoire was the most impacted country on Thursday. As we speak today, Cote d'Ivoire's recovery is ahead of Ghana, simply because their regulator had put in place the right mechanisms. In the case of 80, and if you ask what Cote d'Ivoire is doing, they're using Move. The Move operator cable. They've immediately allowed all the other operators to piggyback on Move. When you speak about the success of 80 is simply able to carry traffic because they have redundancy using the Nigerian link. But is that not supposed to be a prerequisite for all the other operators in the country? Who is supposed to monitor that? It is the regulator. So if the regulator has slept on his job, and today we are found in this position, and then we want to raise our hands up in the air and say, oh, other countries that were affected have recovered and are recovering faster than Ghana because their regulators are proactive. Our regulator today is competing with the Ghana Chamber of Telecom. The Ghana Chamber of Telecom serves the interest of the telecom companies and is their advocate. The Ghanaian regulator is supposed to be the advocate for the rights. The NCA, the National Communications Authority, is supposed to be the advocate for the rights of Ghanaian citizens and customers. The 4 updates that have been put out by the NCA are simply mirroring the statements of the Chamber of Telecom. They don't tell us what remedial actions by way of regulatory policy are being put in place for the Ghanaian customer. They're only telling us what the problems are. That is the language of the regulator. He is going to tell you what the problems are. I am expecting the NCA to tell me what the solutions are, not what the problems are, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker,
so this is Sam George. Also, responding to Ursula Seminole. Thank you, Mr. S. Okay, so I say, asem we see Cote d'Ivoire, close to Cote d'Ivoire, na asem we see Cote d'Ivoire na affect you seriously, and so in a few days, Cote d'Ivoire to me a movie on channel no to another channel. I mean the Cote d'Ivoire for internet stability no better than us. And I know catch Ursula say Ursula, why now can what's in Nigeria for a year 84 no line no de akoto Nigeria Nigeria company bi na ye adwuma. Also tia say a year NCA na Ghana no say di dwuma ye a anka enden ka de we see no anka ye wo another line we could have fallen onto. Anka sa problem we NC. Inti Sam George catch and say 80 na wotia catch ende say sa 80 no ende yabewu say 80 no sa eye cable na eda form na omu nyina fam no 80 mfemu bi ene na the most important thing I was here to say and as lo so me ya beti ase say eba cable na ekofa internet wa abrochire si kom ho no baby a MTN fa baby a Telecel fa ewa punim na eye Samari kotwe mu no sa eye baby a Samari kotwe mu no sa area ho no no asla say 80 and I say eye AirtelTigo no enye ho no fa na emum no omofa Nigeria enom konyo supply ba. That's fine. Now stay with me. Me nya de kitu ebi near ti krom ha. But and then no because why don't you know say GLO is part of Airtel? How many Ghanaians and a KCC say GLO is part of Airtel? From the day I can say I taught Airtel $1. Now AirtelTigo omuniska inti aban etia omuka omode ama sebio 80 and your friend AirtelTigo abe dia. When was the last time I want to say Ursula Owusu kasa one mentions say, oh, even our partners GLO they are doing this or we have this with them because we were all here and in 2023 and yehu sadie we GLO directs customers to select state-owned AirtelTigo as network provider. We are 2022 and a GLO beka kire say omo directe omo customers nyina say sesia no omo nko subscribe to the AirtelTigo. This is 2022. Near tia ne nim de ekọ. Enti kire de be hu say eye AirtelTigo any GLO or partnership. Right? Into when you say GLO and Airtel a committee boom. Into at that point, AirtelTigo GLO was one company. Because so read this story now. Mobile network operator GLO has entered into a nationwide national roaming arrangement with state-owned AirtelTigo for voice, data, and SMS services as part of efforts to provide wider coverage and faster internet experience for its customers. As part of the partnership, all GLO customers will automatically latch onto the AirtelTigo network by April 23rd, 2022. Intinia waha, eno mkachire say, moye eye GLO customers you automatically be moved onto AirtelTigo. Inti the reason is say not almost per se AirtelTigo providing some services to be a wider subscribers the coverage should be more bigger. And technically, what we heard here, let's say GLO and Airtel, they were partners. But for some time now, I've never heard Ursula talk about 80, which was AirtelTigo GLO, and mentioning even GLO in any of her conversations. For some reason, she had stayed away from mentioning the name GLO in any of her interviews. But even though we knew that 2022, we were told to say GLO and AirtelTigo, they have come together to form a partnership. From that time ever since there, it looks like say the GLO part of the negotiation when AirtelTigo GLO was moving to 80, the GLO part of the conversation was kicked out. Nobody mentions GLO. Ursula never mentions GLO. In fact, anytime Ursula speaks on AirtelTigo moving to 80, she basically always says to say 80 a government owned 100%. Mebo audio sa ono anka kase AirtelTigo GLO later Ghana tour AirtelTigo GLO no Ghana dia na change dini en 80 Ursula on countless occasions say sa AirtelTigo na GLO na ye turn na bedan 80 a government of Ghana 100% owned. That means no private entity has a share in what we call 80. Unless I'm not making sense. Then it means say because so many times the Ursula TV so I can say nobody has shares in 80. A purely 100% Ghanaian. So the question you keep asking yourself and say, after the sale of AirtelTigo GLO, no, where did GLO go? Did GLO disappear into thing? Did they just fizzle out? Because at least there was a partnership between AirtelTigo GLO. Say you could talk Airtel 1% to cry. At least GLO is supposed to have maybe 20 cents because they are our partners. It does not matter the kind of partnership. As far as we have some partnership with them, GLO should have a percentage or a quota in the shares of 80. So the question we want to ask is say, how is this for all these years, whenever Ursula gets the opportunity to speak about 80, giving us the history, how it moved from AirtelTigo GLO to 80, there has never been a day she has spoke on GLO's role in the new takeover. Because as we sit here, we want to know, GLO, were they paid off? Did we pay them off? To say the partnership before we bought AirtelTigo and GLO, at the end of the day, because we're paying off the shareholders, we are paying you two off. We want to know. It's a simple question you're asking. And if we didn't pay GLO off, then it means that Airtel, and I say 89, GLO has a majority share in it. And when GLO partnered AirtelTigo, what was the shares of GLO? The reason I'm asking these questions, and then they say, AT as we speak today, a government owned, and your individual be there, a Ghana for there. We need to know why what shares were 80 because many were shares were 80. GLO was shares woman because GLO were partners. Did they pay GLO off before they changed the name into 80? These are basic things that we are asking. And now there's somebody in the 80 who is making about 80% of the money, and we as a nation, we are making just 10% or 20%. We want to know, because as a government, as a nation, we cannot have a company that we have been told belongs to us 100% and that there is a shareholder in there we don't know. So the clarification here is, was GLO paid off? Now remember, this is Ursula. This is Ursula Owusu. This man is called Mike Odenugu. I need to get the name right. I don't want to pronounce somebody's name wrongly. His name is Mike Adenuga. Mike Adenuga. Ordinary, the chairman of GLO. GLO, this is the second richest man in Nigeria. Ordinary GLO yenedia. Your friend Mike Odenugu. This guy ordinary the company GLO, a partner AirtelTigo before the takeover by government. So I want to ask, this man is a very influential man, very rich. He has operated in Ghana before. GLO, what Ghana and India. So we want to ask, Mr. Odenugu Mike, do you have shares in 80? Because after the partnership or merger of GLO and AirtelTigo, we didn't hear anything again. Whether GLO was paid off or GLO voluntarily dashed Ghana, whatever it had as shares, or it through the merger. We just want to know, is GLO still part of 80? This man is a very, very good friend of Ursula. Very, very good friend. This man, in fact, has been in the telecommunication business for a very long time. When we are talking about people who have technicalities, knowledge on how to operate a telecommunication company, these are one of the people you cannot omit. He has been there. He has experience. When you talk about telecommunication losses, he has been there. Telecommunication making money, he has been there. Maneuvering and making sure the market does not stress him, he has been there. He is a telecommunication giant. He knows where to step to make money, and he knows where to step to make losses. That's why I'm asking, Mr. Odenugu Mike Jr., are you still, or do you still have shares in 80? Because Ursula keeps telling us that 80 belongs to Ghana 100%. That's one. Now, and the Ursula bar a year of a parliament, Obeka in Sembebre. And today our concentration is just going to be on 80 kakrebi. Me say I will do a full expose on this. And then you will know Kronua Ursula Owusu Ebogana. Shade. Now, I'm going to show you some pictures, right? Maybe show some names. Now, maybe show a graphic how this whole thing, Ursula Owusu and GLO are making money out of 80. Ursula Owusu is making not less than over $2 million a week when it comes to internet transfer using 80 as a conveyor belt. There's a specific reason here, Ursula. From 2021, ebesin there, still we have not gotten a strategic investor or 80 mu. Still, we say na investors in the Baba also ekonkonho ye ni omudin komo. Deliberate because say 80 nya investor 80 is working, and you and I are say all along and you say 80 is not working, 80 is bankrupt. No, 80 is able to buy data through Nigeria. Last week Bekachira say it might be Nigeria, it might be somebody working with Ursula, it might be some people making crazy money. So it's 80, and I say 80 now. When I say AirtelTigo, I say we own $1. No, is it a conduit? Is it a router? Some people deliberately have decided not to allow any investor to come in so that they can do their private business with 80. Because as we speak today, 80 is worth $1. We never knew 80 AS. Remember, last week, Mekacha said 80 is AS, the autonomous system. You can say your autonomous system. One can out to me koto data every CCOM. We didn't know. So if you are a car owner, then they'll be catch them say they be on form because we never even knew this guy had a car, but they be on form. There is a reason why he's not driving his car. So if 80 is an autonomous system, whereby a CCOM recognizes them, say they are a big network that can purchase internet from them directly, then 80, it's not bankrupt. Then it means somebody is financially fueling 80 behind the scenes, using 80 as a conduit to make money. So GLO in Nigeria is working. GLO in Ghana has been shut down. Ask yourself why. GLO in Nigeria works nicely. GLO in Ghana has been shut down. But before GLO in Ghana was shut down just this January, they made sure that all their customers latched on to AirtelTigo. Before Ursula Owusu say Airtel is bankrupt, Ghana government is buying it for $1. Meaning, Ghana government bought AirtelTigo GLO as one and changed the name. So GLO, we are asking, what was their shares in this transaction? Metro Kronua Ursula Owusu Elbomo. This one in 20 years still Ursula can stand trial and answer questions. Ursula can sit in front of a commission and answer questions. Now, here you see this. You better start here, baby. You better do baby. Now, let me show you this picture. Oh, picture on our screen is no. Don't get confused. Follow my voice. You will understand. Now, Osha Esrade, Hurricane Electric Internet Services. That is another company, AS, a autonomous system. Almost so eto data every CCOM. You're from Hurricane Electric Internet Services, almost UK, a United Kingdom company. Now just follow the three colors: red, blue, and green. Now, red na the red no, and then 80 Airtel. The blue is GLO, and no a friend Dolphin. And a green no, and a friend Hurricane. Now, I'm sure I did. Red one no, last Rebecca say 80, which is AirtelTigo now Ghana say $1 no. it is an AS, meaning etumiko eden Seacom ekoto data at the back. Obetumi krampo aton data no, meaning financially they are very strong. Now, when we said there are two lines, Osha line bakwa ewo soro a eko all the way to the green line. And your one line bakwa ewo forma e connect it all the way to the green line. Now, let's focus on the line now e connect it from the top. Now, when we say red one is circle now, and then 80 Airtel. Uhe blue one now, and no a Dolphin company no. But from our investigations, that Dolphin represents GLO. And no na asla jina parliament and on person beka or use word be. Or use word be your friend is saying or say. But me read the part in show. Okay, say you do. I would make me read this part. I'll put it on the screen for us to read. Then you can follow. Inti sa be who blue no blue box no number na woman here AS 37613 and no na Dolphin. Inti amfa say ba kubia a station inti 84 station red Dolphin for station no any blue and na den Hurricane for no more UK no almost station here green. You catch a station a no more cable no station no. Now when we say between 80 and GLO and a Dolphin, there is this black arrow, short arrow. That short arrow, it is a pipe. And a sa cable na a internet cable, fiber optic cable, and then a free 80 edico GLO for the Dolphin station. What you say? On red line, on say black arrow be or short one be or that arrow a cable and then a connect 80 AirtelTigo from Ghana to a GLO station a friend Dolphin station check AS number because a Dolphin but behind the scenes a GLO and then a connect 80 and a GLO into the feed na 80 enya internet connection in a through GLO. Now, I say from a blue from the top air line so that top line see green line so that green line that green line company na ne spot your friend Hurricane. We believe say GLO works with Hurricane. That's what we believe. In who say 80 they have a cable, they have a pipe that they have connected from 80 in Ghana to GLO in Nigeria, which has the name Dolphin, right? And I'm picking our route all the way to Hurricane Green. And Nintina time a yini accident this Airtel was still working. They were still working because line now MTN film, Telecel film, any other networks in film Airtel was not going or AT was not going through that. And then Ursula kind of parliament and say they are going through a company in Nigeria, but she didn't mention. Or say West African Obwa, that is not it. They are going through Dolphin. Dolphin is owned by Mike. We believe from our investigation say Dolphin and Hurricane is owned by Mike. And I'm going to show you something. Now, I say, Mami minimize this dimension adibimuncho. So this thing I just showed you, when you go on the Hurricane, when you go on their website, it is there. And now had here on some about 80, and then AirtelTigo Ghana, and I'm about Dolphin, and then you see 84 edge internet ni free obo echo display. Remember, 80 AS a autonomous system. They can buy data themselves, buy and sell. And a Hurricane, and the UK company that the route gets to. From 80, it goes to Dolphin. It goes from Dolphin, it goes to Hurricane. Hurricane will buy it from Seacom and they will return it back to 80. Into a reverse. Into sa hurricane for no internet ni free. Then Seacom. Normal reverse internet no about Dolphin, which belongs to GLO. And then GLO will hand it over to AT. But we have been told that AT is bankrupt. AT was bought for $1 and that AT is not capable of doing these things. But for some reason, now we know that a pipe has been built from AT in Ghana to Dolphin, which is GLO in Nigeria. Who funded that? Who basically funded this? Because I know Mr. Mike, he's a big man, he's a billionaire, he's got money. He can fund this. He can basically fund that route all the way to the UK. He can build that pipe. He has the money. He can connect with Hurricane to do that. My question is, who built that pipe between AT and GLO from Ghana to Nigeria? Who funded that? Because for some time now, we have been told that Mr. Mike Adenuga has shut down the GLO station in Ghana. Yaka say shut down the GLO station in Ghana, meaning Dolphin now who knows it was the GLO station and we change denying a Dolphin. It technically they are working with GLO. Into data na Ursula Parliament and person bebo company ni dino. The company station a GLO. AT is working effectively. Now, the question here is Dolphin, a company bang. Okay, yes, a Dolphin, a Nigerian company. Now let's go behind the scenes. Let's go and see who owns Dolphins. A Nigerian, a Ghanaian, a British, and who is the person who owns Dolphins? Now see. This is Dolphin Communication Limited. Now, before, let me show you this first. This is Dolphin Communications Limited, right? This, when you go into the UK registry, archives or registry log or catalog, whatever, they have every company that has been registered in the UK there. So you can access who owns this company, who registered it, who is the person behind it. Is it a big company? Is it a small company? You can access it. So when we did our checks to check Dolphin's company, we realized it was registered in the UK. The Dolphin company now, Ursula said 80 is working with almost 6 hour pipe between Ghana and Nigeria now. Data and a honey free banner. They are a Nigerian company. Now I'm sure I did. When we started the way, 2007. There is a man called Francis I want to try and get the right names for you. In fact, let me write it here. Senabe Amirin to me Fidino. I'm trying to get you the right names so that misrepresent you. The name is quite a tricky name. Right. I want to write the name down. Name, come out. Okay. The DNA de Lawiki. I'll spell it for you. Lawiki Thomas Francisek. Okay. So you see this company. You better start here for 2007. We are now trying to find who is the owner of Dolphins, right? Now, company where your friend Blue Wave IT Solutions Limited. It is based in the UK. It is based in the UK. The owner, Nippani Beer Company, 2007. And Obia Company, Nippano, your friend, Lewicki Thomas Francisek. The company was dissolved 29th March 2007. You dissolve a company, Oguno. The address, don't forget the address. 6 Street, Catherine Street, Carmarthen, Wales, SA311RE. So this company, a Nipa way friend Francis Thomas, Obie, or a British citizen. 2007, Enna Ogu company, Now, 2009, also be another company, your friend, Afon Wales Limited. Company number in the 06817366. Also dissolving company, 12 of February 2009, and they appointed as the director. Nationality British, country of residence Wales, and also dissolving company, after 2 years. Now, over 2009, this same person, Blue Wave Internet Limited, company registration number 075052222. Obie company and or resign here and a dissolve company, company friend Blue Wave Internet Limited, and also appointed 25th of January 2011, or resigning in 2015. That company too was dissolved. It won't Nipano Obie company na obey director, obey Ebiwa a IT consultant, obey director or company na acha 2 years no dissolve company no. This particular person, Lewicki Thomas Franceschi, check the British record more. Obie company na acha 2 years. Onunkwana director, Obi Ankano. These are big companies, in the name, Acha 2 years no dissolving. Ebia, I don't know, maybe it was tax issues or I don't know. Now, 2012, Blue Wave Concilium Limited, company number 808749927. Or dissolve a company now or you appointed in 2012. Check the company address at the same address. Lane Omari, Ferdinand Dalwen Den Carmarthen in Amekaipa, SA32BRG. He uses the same address, the same street address, the same information, but every 2 years he will dissolve the company. It's in the UK. Dolphins. I don't know if a GLO, no. All right. Now, Oba Bedu 2012, Celtic Mast Limited, company number 082614473. Company status dissolved. Technical director, you appointed in 2012, and he dissolved a company, The same person, when you follow his company track record, these are companies he's worked for and they have all been dissolved. So it looks like the company is open for specific reasons. And check, after 2 years, 1.5 years, the company has to be dissolved. Now you go to 2014. This same Lewicki Thomas Francisek. Okay. Francisek. Osabie Simlo Sanila Limited. That company too was dissolved. This is 2014. Remember, Dolphin's Telecom is a cable landing station in Accra and Lagos. It is owned by African Coast to Europe, ACE Submarine Cable. So they are based in Accra and they are based in Lagos. Who owns it? Or who owns them? Dolphin Telecom, making, is a cable landing station in Accra and also in Lagos. It is owned by Africa Coast to Europe, ACE Submarine Cables. They are the ones who own that Dolphins. Now, when you go to 2015, this same guy opens Dolphins Communications Limited. 09606268. It is active from 2014 till date. From 2014, yeti Dolphins Communications Limited as an AS. It will transport data. 80 and AirtelTigo. From 2014 till date, this particular company has not been dissolved. Inti Ubasha, this is Francis Thomas Franziki Lewicki, and this is his total number of appointments, 9 appointments. He was born 1982. You could see this gentleman has worked with companies. 2 years before the company dissolves. By 2014, obey a part of Dolphins. The company has been stable to date from 2014. Until you ask yourself, hey, so what at all? And the Tuama company we Gina till this point? I don't know. You also don't know. Now, when you go deep, now say Oshe Dolphins company, no, you will see say Lewicki Thomas Franzisk, one officer, one person, and baby, your register company a second floor, 4 Hall Street, Carmarthen, United Kingdom, SA31, the same address. Thank you. Into check company now. This is the Dolphin company. It was registered in the UK, 2nd floor, 4 Hall Street, Carmarthen. This Carmarthen Street, this particular street, and company Abrante Oye Jumenina, the same address, the same street door, the same building. Okay. He is the director. It is active now. He is the director. It is active. He was born 1982. Appointment 2015. Any appointment, no. Nationality British, country of residence Wales, occupation technical director. From 2014 a take company in ABC ne 2024 company no ensheki ejina na so on resigning ye in dissolving no the company is working. Now look at another thing. Dolphins Communications Limited accounts March 31st 2023. For the first time, we were able to see their accounts, what is in their accounts. When you enlarge, you realize that the company are an AS, such a big company, dealing with bigger companies. No, the asset of this company is not even more than £7,000. Into Dolphins Communications registered number 09606268 balance sheet as of 31st March 2023. Check here fixed assets. Check current assets 3,859 2023. 2022 was 40. 1 year 8,257. Total asset less current liabilities 4,000 to 7,000. Credit amount failing due after. Net liabilities £4,000. Capital and reserves 4,000. Average number of employees 1. 1 person works for this big company. This company now, it is basically working in Accra, Lagos, transferring data, big amount of data. They are not worth more than £5,000. And the funny thing is, there's only 1 person who works for this company. 1. It's only 1 person. So AT works with Dolphins, and then GLO in Lagos, and then to Telehouse in the UK. After what I say, AT, Dolphins, GLO, Telehouse in the UK. That is how AT is working. We didn't know all these things until Ursula came to Parliament to tell us that AT wasn't going through the normal route MTN is going through. Namely, they are going through Dolphins, GLO, and straight to Hurricane and Telehouse UK for them to go to CCOM. So you can see clearly, say, AT or the AT Ursula Kano, they have different business. We don't even have an idea. And the people they are working with are people that we need to look deep into their business. Now, look at this. When you move further, you will see, say, this diagram will give you a clear understanding. Now, so when you go and track the company, our address in the UK, this is where the company is. This is where that company, Dolphins, this is the building they are in. They are above a boutique. The Dolphin company now AT is working with. Yato cable, a cable connecting AT to Dolphins, to GLO, all the way to Telehouse, through Hurricane. No, the Dolphins company, no, this is where their office is. It is above a boutique, because the address that is registered, this is where the address takes you. And as we sit here and speak, Dolphins now it is on a street in the UK, where somewhere it is on this street, it is above a boutiques, because Osha Asewa, it is all like it's a market street. And this is the company that Ursula or AT is dealing with. My question here is, AT dealing with this company, the question I want to ask and say, right now we know, say AT, AS, the last time I showed you from CCOM, CCOM website, they clearly stated there, say, AT is an AS, it's an autonomous system, so they are big. Right now, we've come to the conclusion, Abewu from Hurricane, who are also part of the chain when they are doing their transferring data back and forth. It's a reverse system now. What happens is, Abewu say, AT is working with Dolphins. Dolphins is working with GLO. GLO is working with Hurricane. Now we have come to the realization, say, Dolphin, the person behind it, it's a little sketchy. You leave it there. We want to ask a simple question. If AT is an autonomous system, the question here is, who is funding AT? Second question, is GLO still part of AT as a partner? And the third question is, how did AT come up with the money to build that pipe between AT and Dolphins? That goes to GLO and to Telehouse UK. I don't want to believe that it is deliberate, that Ursula and the NCA, they have deliberately decided not to make any partners anybody to come and invest in AT, because maybe they are using this as a money laundering channel. I am asking. I am not concluding, because we are still investigating. We are still in talks with the British authorities. We want to ask, say, is it possible, say, some Ghana government agents in Penifort to say Ursula money NCA boss mono, the reason why they don't want to talk about GLO in this mix, or the reason why they don't want to allow anybody to come and invest in AT, is because they are using AT as a conduit to be moving money in millions. Because being an AS or autonomous system provider, it means you have a lot of money you are moving back and forth, buying data, sending and bringing it back. You can also sell data to other subscribers. So the question is it the say Aslamo, they are using AT as a money laundering channel, conduit, routes, to be taking money from Ghana and using AT as a smoke screen? It's a simple question. I am not saying that any of these people are involved in money laundering, but as our investigation goes on, we've come to understand to say AT is just $1. Their assets right now they have, it cannot be an AS. It cannot buy data independently and sell. So we are asking, say, who is behind AT being able to build that pipe that is very expensive from Accra to Lagos, or from AT to Lagos? We want to know, does AT have any contractual agreement with Dolphins? Does AT still have partnership agreement with GLO? Where did AT come up with the money to build the pipe between AT and Dolphins or GLO? Where did they come up with the money? Till date, we have not received any information from the government of the day through the ministry or NCA whether AT has made money, because as we speak, Ursula Owusu has continuously said that no investor has completed a deal with Ghana when it comes to AT, meaning the $1 and the assets they came to meet are still the same. So where is AT making all these monies to be buying data and having this connection with these people? These are simple questions. We have tried to access the British government to give us full detail on this Dolphin company. We are also going to be asking about the Hurricane company, which next week I will let you know who are behind Hurricane. But at this point, our concentration is on the Ghana government, the minister, and also NCA. Is AT still in partnership with GLO? Because continuously, Ursula has told us that AT is 100% Ghanaian owned. So we want to know, does GLO have shares in AT? We also want to know, if AT is AS, autonomous system, how are they making money to be buying data and going through Nigeria all the way through to Telehouse to CCOM? Who is funding it? Is AT making some money that we don't know? Because as we speak today, AT is a government property. Every government needs to know. Every citizen needs to know. Say, AT, are we benefiting or we are losing? I can't give too much because we have sent an email. We have gotten correspondence from the UK government, the people who are in charge of these things. Anytime people say, are people using AT to do money laundering? I'm not saying anybody's doing it, but I'm asking the minister, I'm asking NCA, I'm asking the Ghana government. AT na esuwana yem pese eye obia ebe investi wo mu no. Amanfo bia sheda eno mo pese AT no etna ho saa na behind the scenes no. Omo elanda money doing serious business behind the scenes. These are simple things. I've shown you diagrams. I've shown you the connection. I've shown you companies involved. I've shown you where it ends. And I've asked simple questions. We are still working with the British authorities. Our job here is to get to the bottom. Our job here is to let Ghanaians know whether AT is being used as a money laundering platform. Where AT is getting its money from. Is AT or GLO still part of AT? Because the minister on countless occasions, she told us to say, AT is 100% Ghanaian owned. Ladies and gentlemen, these are important things. When we start to work like this, we don't work alone. We work with other international journalists, investigative journalists who want to help us. We pay. They are going to delve. They are going to give us what we need. We will just put it side by side with what we have in Ghana. We will let you know whether AT is $1 as you have made to know, or somebody for the past 4 years, from 2020 to 2024, has been milking the nation illegally by telling us that AT is a Ghanaian company that was bought for $1. My name is Kevin Ekobedu Taylor. After this short break, we will continue.
You torn 10 million, I torn 120 million, and then Yasamba beto AirtelTigo now for $1. Near $1 a share. The entire company was sold to government for $1.
Oh, her name is Cynthia. Say, I'm baby. Na, as I know, company be a big good be communications. We are near their brow. Is it not quite interesting, sir? At home, I buy your home for Western na a good na be Airtel, and then I say go. Was I a big name? Sad this thing about $1. As you say, yes, say. Ulipo crowd board didn't say $1. Into you need to say $1. A damn parent is $1.
Mergers and acquisitions won't tear you and abysses our question. Intimacy. Where are simple won't tear you besani amount.
Some in tears into a me bisan.
Would you mean so tears your pa? Main bisama almost
Debbie mean tears you. Mergers and acquisitions to Cramintada.
You
into Twasso.
Say company were assets or liabilities.
No correct.
Usha assets of AirtelTigo is here $1 billion. One liabilities in Sube $200 million. Into wo see here na positive side we grab 800 million. na nonko enti nya no ho enya assets and liabilities na asem na ye kan ye ton shares no company ni shares na ye ton enti omo a shares ni ye omo dia no the shares come with the total package shares ni ye ton a niema ewo mu ni te say ma ton dan no dan no me ton 3 na mu niema ni de ni nyina e kan ho shares na omo kone se omo de literally omo de ma na nkenyo omo pe se wo mo nko na aba ne sa na nso omo wa reshem se aban betumi aso company no mu no mo asiesie ma na yeyi na omo hwe aban we nso track record a wo hwe kufu time yotumi fa an investment of $10 million SSN within 2 years enya $120 million from the same investment to one and you omo the way my nso so a ye betumi afa company no na temporary challenges no omo womu no ya dan no ne asiesie aye ni yi enti literally goodwill aban wo enti na omo kan se munsom ye de mamu enti literally omo de mayen for free na kaya time Anglo Gold Ashanti ye close ne down kra a omo koye a omo san decide say okay oni omo de bema aban no waye ahe e na aban tu aye one their jobs are secure ti omo de omo nkoso anya adwuma na sesi ade nye India fo ne se South Americans no omo ye adwuma ama wo omo ye adwuma ama Ghana
and you say Ghanaian management
currently largely Ghanaian management
is free here.
Yeah. Nothing has changed.
The old management
now and the woho. Going forward, we're still discussing whether top management a few changes will be made at the top.
Ain't your best state owned?
It is state owned currently.
100%.
100%. All the shares are owned by government of Ghana.
Problem in it said government has no business doing business. So you say AirtelTigo 100% state owned. You be floatibium, say be time will be for fraud. And now on my nankasana be running business.
Early days yet, you know. Say emergency number. We needed to step in. We have stepped in. There was stabilization state phase. I was say company no cost wire na adwuma na oye na subscribers ne ya sure say o free ni call dey go through o use data na still obenya until we are stabilizing the company dealing with its short-term problems now until ne dey be say ye beton see ye be Owusu see ye be go into partnership say ye dey be sisana another thing no ye nnu hono that decision has not been taken. It shares any yemramu baby saying that to point to any law which says the need of the shares that they've acquired in any company in Ghana.
And how about the Airtel and AirtelTigo? And where are we now with that? Because I mean him say Abai intervening in that, no?
They're hanging in there.
But government expressed interest, say you may take you over that company, no?
No.
In what's happening with them?
Oh, that's not coming about time, yeah, dear.
Drew stage be in the negotiation. And I because say that issue came, say you turned for just $1, I become growing concern and all of that. Where are we now? And then the question and Busa.
They are operating as a going concern. So I want to say they're looking at alternatives to refinance the company into Owusu. Abai and Tom Airtel Emma Obia Abai Tom Airtel Indianos Matizen and Rim say Aton Airtel 5 was Yanton. They've entered into a joint venture partnership
with Tigo.
No, with a UK firm.
Okay.
Hanam Investments. They've entered into a joint venture partnership. And no interest yaton company. Nature say, it's say Airtel 80.
Yes.
80 ewo. ena wakwako hwehwe partner on ne beye adwuma bi ewo omodwuma kuo ni which is also allowed because abansi oni sika o de beba be hye modwuma ni nti mo hwe kwan a mo befa so a mo benya sika e de aye modwuma no.
Yes.
So they've entered into some partnership, joint venture partnership, enye seal. Ti misre omo ne na makeke kan say aton ne nsusu no say yenton ye. A joint venture partnership no. Edi partner no edi sika beba be share company nim. Omo equipment omo hia foforo.
Yes.
Omo was omo ye in hyehyɛ ebeboa na omo adwuma no nsusu edim. Omo ni 4G omo hia. Ni nyina ye significant investment I was say omo ye. So literally sa joint venture partner ebeboa ama omo aye sa hyehyɛ ni nyina. Na emom enkomo no ye ni wie conditions precedent the bema sa joint venture partnership aye effective no. Omo wie.
Okay.
Until say ebe wie ne mean to me see me bo enka say omo ne won awie nhyehyɛ nti da sei no mo be hye adwuma no ase. That is where they are currently.
And that is workers are Airtel workers are in Wohono 80 now still have their job.
They are still working. What is say you be edi Wohono? Omo mpeso omo ja adwuma ne de omo agya ko. Omo peso omo ye adwuma. No mo te ho omo dan ho aye adwuma ko osisi abe hu se omo aye adwuma obi wo network ne so a network no wo fra enkwa na. It's still a good, they are still working. AT exists. It's serving its subscribers. But it is looking to grow its subscriber base. It needs to revamp its equipment and introduce new ones. It sought a partner on any bekabo normally na ye say juma. Nama 80 juma no etumpo.
Yeah. The other thing your ministry generally, me try the communications ministry because
partnership no 4 years ni yenya partner no. Hanan for the Indian company na fi UK buy still ye ni omon finalize deal. 4 years we have not been able to complete that deal. They are playing on you. They are using that as a smoke screen and nobody business. By September, Obaba catch us say, oh, omunya another investor into on number mano. No so 4 years, AT is working for Ursula and her friends. 4 years, they have not been able to sit with this company to say, we as a government, we want to partner you. No. 4 years, what at all are you doing? All right, we can pick phone calls and end today's show. You see a young student na o defend their day with if you say next week obey school. Obo kwasi a test con ni bi to. Yeah, any people for way Kevin tell her Jimmy for me my bomb bra. Next year ya obey school. Obey Juma way. We Jimmy. And internet sometimes I say you move being branted ye Jimmy a I know because I'm saying NDC and MPP. NDC and MPP, there's a vast difference between these two political parties. Difference in the song. Internal school now would me matama. I ask you, say now after a year, no, ain't be Juma. Oh, your ban, I'm the test Konechi, and a Kevin forget Kevin, or Jimmy for, or didn't go for them, say. Who you school are, over my chamber, Juma. You don't have. All right.
Whenever I say my PENDREAM TV there, I see them yopo.
You were till for a PENDREAM TV in Pacho. When you say the news not all from an eddy bro. News say Obabeti in Pacho, so what when one drink Trebia and as what drink Trefa. News be I present your platform where you saw for your voice note not for sending it. I was 0277 128 777. You're the 2 PENDREAM FM so Magana phone in Ationka. Young call Nyanko T and a story eddy bro.